Hello, everyone. This is DeRionne greeting you from my office on Thursday, March 24th. I hope you're doing well. As we've gotten into the week, it's been extremely busy, so I apologize that we're getting this out to you a little bit later in the week. But it also gave me an opportunity to kind of reflect on a few things, which I'll share with you momentarily. But it's been awesome. Enjoying, again, continuing to learn our organization and really hitting some high points in terms of planning for the future, which we'll get to momentarily. So let me just tell you, welcome back from spring break. Those of you who took some time away and were able to do so, very happy to see so many people back around, moving about the campus. And I already heard students talking about getting ready for finals. So I think that means a lot in the academic year that folks are already focused on the end. But some of the things that I did while we had spring break, I was not away. I was here carrying the business of the institution. And a few things I speak to as I started my first of what I'm calling skip level meetings, where I am not meeting with leadership, but going into departments and having these kind of cross-functional teams come in and talk with me. We're spending about a half hour on the 100-day report, getting their feedback and reactions to that. And then the second half is really, what do I need to know? And really sometimes doing rumor abatement. Sometimes we're starting a few rumors as well, but these have been just so critically important to me because they are amplifying points that may have been raised, but they're also identifying things that were not raised in the report and other spaces that we need to pay some attention to, particularly on some operational things. So thank everyone who's been participating in those and look forward to the rest of them. They'll be taking place throughout the rest of the semester. I had a lovely Nevada State art tour last week. It was quite interesting to go around our campus and to see almost, I think, 124 pieces of art that we have across the campus. I didn't see all 124, but I saw a good portion of them. And it was the first of what will be several of these I'll be doing, but a great way to see how unique Nevada State is in bringing Nevadan artists to our campus, or at least their art to our campus. Very thoughtful. I was able to meet with our faculty leadership who came in with me, meet with me. I want to thank Dr. Sam, Dr. Christina, Dr. Baden for coming in and having conversations with me about issues of the faculty and some opportunities that we saw in this space. So grateful to them. We also had our executive team budget meeting where we started to produce or refine the draft budget that is going to go out now to the executive budget committee for their review and conversation. A couple of things that are important, and I'm going to put together a summative memo when the budget is done, but I wanted to emphasize some things that we spent a good portion of time on and some priorities that have come out of this. Some mission critical functions that we needed to pay attention to, and then also some areas around student success that we needed to make some investments in. Capacity building college-wide as we're really, again, growing into and coming back in bold. Where are some areas that we know we needed to focus on? Advancing our strategic plan, very clear that we have a very strong one. It's important for us to continue to move that forward. The number one issue that I hear across the institution is staffing. So we tried to show up clearly recognizing that we have not done everything that we can and should do in this space. Very important. I want you to hear that. At the same time, we also needed to fund our classifications. Those of you who know that we had done the salary study, and then we've had some other adjustments throughout the year. Those had to be funded as well. So you'll hear more about this, but it's important that you hear from me what those priorities were. And then as we kind of finalize the budget after we receive this feedback from various populations, I'll be looking forward to putting something out and hopefully getting ready to start the fiscal year in the right space. I also had my one-on-one, as I do monthly, with the chancellor, and she accepted an invitation, which actually was the suggestion of our student body president, to have the chancellor come and spend some time on campus. She was delighted to do so. We've honed in on a date. I'm going to kind of have a couple of movements in that where she's going to spend some time with the students. She's a wonderful academician in her own right, particularly around political science and women, and she's going to do an informal academic talk with us, which I think would be quite the beautiful part of being a part of a college. And then we'll also have her spend some time with the leadership broad base to talk about the strategic planning process that NC is going through. So it's a great opportunity there. Externally, I had the opportunity to speak with the Northwest Commission on College and Universities, our accrediting body, their Mission Fulfillment Fellows program. They convened last week, and I was able to go in and talk to them about how one looks at equity and decision making and how you frame that as a part of the work that you're doing and what leadership's role is in that. Powerful, I think, opportunity to advance Nevada State with these institutions, but more importantly, to talk about I think that DNA of us, equity, is a part of what we do. High communications and being very deliberate about our mission. I spent time also speaking with Generation Hope's President's Roundtable and talking about ways in which institutions such as ours can respond to the needs of parenting students. I met with the president of the Vegas Golden Knights, Gary Volbitz. It was a great conversation about ways in which we might extend partnerships with them. I met with Kelly, who's the executive director of Baby's Bounty, a wonderful nonprofit that we're going to be initiating a partnership with to help bring diapers to members of our community, both internal and external. Powerful nonprofit that just resonated with me when I heard about their work. And then I also had opportunity to meet with the city of North Las Vegas and talk about economic development and look forward to some future work in that space. Here's the thing that I learned in this, all of these kind of external meetings as well as internal, but the external ones this time really focused on the fact that anyone who knows us loves Nevada State. What I was struck by, though, is that the number of folks who don't know all about us and what we do and how we do this work, who our students are. And as a result of that, I have this deep commitment over the next year to really be intentional about getting Nevada State out. There is something special here. Both in terms of how we do our work, the students that we serve, and also the people who choose to be a part of this organization. So we're going to be talking more about that and finding spaces and places to do that. And then the last thing that I'll share with you is that we're hitting, I think, as we move toward the end in sight, I have my first commencement briefing as well. And it's amazing to me to think about how we are nearing the end of this academic year back in bold after what was an incredibly challenging past couple of years, and to see us on the other side of this, again, continue to practice that grace and that dignity and that kindness that we're known for, but also we're known for the efficiency, the effectiveness. And I look forward to hearing how we were able to do that as we celebrate the end of yet another academic year. Campus is abuzz, and I am just grateful that I get to be a part of this with you. Looking forward to spring and looking forward to all the good things that come when Nevada State College lives intentionally in its space with this mission. Look forward to seeing you next week. Take care and be well.